Welcome to the most explosive and testosterone-laden game you've probably ever played, Killzone 3. Hey guys, this is McFool, just doing another review. Killzone 3 was developed by Guerrilla Games. This game picks up right where Killzone 2 left off in terms of the campaign. I really enjoyed the single player with this game, and I think that's because it was really just fun and action-packed and really varied, which is a contrast to the second game. There's always giving you different stuff to do. There's jetpack levels, there's a mech level, there's a stealth level, and then in terms of the environments, they're not all just inner city stuff like it was in Killzone 2. There's snow levels, there's like a jungle kind of level, there's like space levels where you're like on a space station, there's like low gravity, there's like a segment where you fly a ship towards the end. There's a nice bit of variation there. The story kind of switches between showing what Sev and what's left of the ISA on the planet of Helghan after what happened at the end of Killzone 2 kind of shows like what they're doing to survive, and then also kind of shows what's happened to Helghan politics. Like it shows you like the cabinet and like what's happened in this power vacuum after Vizari dies. So I've actually found that kind of interesting, even though maybe it kind of sounds a little boring. Like I said, the campaign's really good, and I don't really want to like spoil too much of it. There's just a few like small things I can complain about. One, there are some new pointless characters that are kind of introduced, i.e. like some guy just named Hooper and like a female ISA soldier named Jammer, who really plays no role whatsoever, so I don't know why they bothered to introduce her or even create her. And then other already established characters are like totally forgotten about. Like the other surviving Delta Squad member from Killzone 2, Natko, is never mentioned in the entire single-player campaign. However, if you play co-op, that's who the second character has. But even then, he's not in any of the cutscenes. He's not mentioned. I thought that was just really strange that they went through all the trouble of like creating him and developing him in the second game, and to almost totally forget about him now. And then that leads to the co-op. While fun, there's one really kind of odd decision, I think, and that it's only offline. So only offline split-screen co-op. There is no online. I don't know why they did that. I mean, what's there works, but it just seems like an odd decision. And then the only other complaint about this, which I guess is the biggest one in terms of the campaign, is the ending. Now, I thought Killzone 2's ending was quite the cliffhanger. Not particularly good. But, I mean, you know, it's hard to describe my feelings about it, but like, it was a cliffhanger, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the kind of cliffhanger they leave you with in Killzone 3. In Killzone 2, you know you accomplished something, and it was like, oh, well, something's going to happen from here. In Killzone 3, you accomplish something, and you have no idea what the hell's going to happen from here. It's not like the Sopranos level of a finale, where they cut you off mid-sentence, but it's close, in that it just kind of ends, and you were waiting for another cutscene to appear, and then boom, it's the credits. So that was pretty bad. In terms of multiplayer for Killzone 3, there are 3 different game modes. There's Guerrilla Warfare, which is just essentially team deathmatch, as you know it elsewhere. Warzone, which is back from Killzone 2. Warzone is kind of an objective-based kind of gameplay where it'll give you different objectives throughout the match, including body count, where it'll give you a score that each team has to reach and kill. Capture and hold, which is just capture and hold a point, search and retrieve, pick up propaganda speakers, assassination, it'll pick a random target in the other team that you have to kill, or search and destroy. And these objectives, like, they change throughout the match, and whoever, like, which side ever completes the most objectives wins the overall match. And then there's operations, which is new to Killzone 3. In operations, you just battle for control of objectives. And what I thought was which seems kind of similar to Warzone, but what I thought was the cool implementation of it was that whenever an objective's complete, the best players from both sides are kind of depicted in a mini cutscene. So whether like the objective is like blowing up like a Hellgas base or something, it'll show when it succeeds. It'll show the ISA guys with the the little PSN tags over who the best players in the team were, and then even over like the Hellgas, whoever the Hellgas best players were. And I thought that's kind of a cool touch that hasn't been implemented before. There's 5 different classes. There's the marksman, engineer, medic, tactician, and infiltrator. Each class has their own kind of special abilities, whether, you know, with the medic you can revive teammates, the marksman can cloak, the engineer can like build turrets and stuff, and then they all have their specific different weapons that you can unlock. And like how it works is when you level up, you get like a new point that you can use to unlock something. So it's like, and you can use that to unlock for whatever class. It doesn't matter. Basically, it would involve you like to get the higher tier or upgraded abilities. They cost more points, so you can save them up. I think it's a lot more balanced than Killzone 2 was. Yeah, I had in this small amount of time that I spent with it, I had a lot of fun with it, and I really kind of just I'm gonna get around to actually buying this game eventually. I rented it, but because this multiplayer was really fun, and I can really recommend it to PlayStation users looking for a great multiplayer experience. I did not play this with Move. I do not have Move, but I've just heard a lot of good things about it, so take that for what you will, that if you do have Move, that this is worth playing it with. And I guess the only other kind of new feature in this that I forgot to mention was the new kind of like brutal melee kills where you can do anything from just like slitting their throat. This is in campaign and multiplayer. Slitting their throat to using your thumbs to burst both their eye sockets. Really kind of gory but fun little like distractions. Not really distractions, just adds a little bit of dose of extra fun to melee kills. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you around.